Hawk Tuah.
You gotta put like an emphasis on it, like tuh.
Tuah.
You know, like really. Yeah. Say it. All right, all together.
Hawk Tuah.
Hawk Tuah.
This is stupid.
Tuah.
She's relatable because her talent level is negligible. I think when you start this big, you're eventually going to fall down, right? She's going to have a big denouement. But when she plateaus, when this all ends for her, she will still have more than me. You know what I mean? Like, she'll still be fine, which is honestly respectable. If you're going to get your 15 minutes of fame, you're going to roll with it. I deem Hawk Tuah Girl. You, my friend, just entered the house of Podray. Oh, sorry, I'm reaching from a beer. Counsel, you may approach the bench. An order in the court. Guilty, guilty, not guilty. This is Cringe Court. It was the best of cringe. It was the worst of cringe. Cringe Court is here to determine what is cringe and what is not cringe. We have a full court today. Let's hear the cases. All right, cool. Right here, we've got TX2.
That's me.
Say hi.
It's me, TX2. Hello.
Good. Now we've got all caps Kat. Say hello.
Hi.
Mr. Sean Barrett, say hello.
Hey.
Mr. Spencer Bray, say hello.
Hello.
We've got our court artist Allie right over there. All right. Yeah, Cringe Court is now in session. Let's do it. When I do this, you clap.
Oh.
And then I pretend to get mad that you're clapping. Stop it. Order in the court.
Sorry.
Okay, got it. So we've got a full docket of clips today. There's no reason to waste any time. Let's go straight in. The People versus Hawk Tuah. Hawk Tuah Girl is a viral meme that has absolutely taken off. Since doing a simple clip, she has become a superstar. Let's roll the clip, bailiff.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh,
that
you
do?
gotta give him that Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing. You get me?
And we just saw a multi-million follower account be born, everybody. A woman who I believe is on the streets of Nashville developed a podcast shortly afterwards. So this woman has basically taken her 15 minutes of fame and stretched them extraordinarily well. In her podcast, she teaches someone how to say Hawk Tuah on her podcast, which is called Talk Tuah. Clearly a play on Talk to Her. Not a bad pun considering how she started, so let's fucking go. So the podcast, even though it's very, very popular, it's being universally panned. A lot of people make ironic jokes about it, pretending to be excited. Now, this woman's 15 minutes of fame came out of nowhere. She had no strategy. She basically just went viral for being a pretty girl who describes a sex act in a slightly more vulgar way than we used to. What are the ratings there on Spotify? Can we see what it's being rated as?
2.9.
It's a 2.9.
Under about. Yeah.
So is that 30,000 reviews? Am I seeing that right?
10.
I'm sorry. Is that 10,000 reviews?
Looks
so
like 10.3.
10.3 thousand reviews is a lot. That means a lot of people have downloaded this. Now, I think we're all familiar with her to a certain extent. Counsel Evan, is she cringe or not cringe?
I don't think she is cringe based off what I know about her. If you got an opportunity, you took it. And she hasn't done anything wrong as far as I know.
She seems innocent. That's correct.
Seems innocent, and she is. I can't find any. As long as someone is not a bad person and they're not hurting people, I can't find something wrong with that.
Kat, do you agree with Counsel?
I would say not cringe. I'm trying to think about, why her fame has lasted so long. And I think maybe it's because there's just, and this is going to sound mean, but I don't mean it to be mean. There's a certain unremarkability about her that's so relatable.
I agree.
That people want to watch. And they also want to tune in because they kind of want to see her fail. But in doing that, they keep watching her.
Boost her.
Yeah, it
Correct.
boosts her.
Yes, I agree with Counsel Kat is that Hawk Tuah Girl is sort of symbolic of something. I think when people see her, they say, well, a random thing happened to her and she became sort of rich and famous overnight. Yeah. The same thing could happen to me. You don't need any planning or work on your craft or humor or anything. You just need one chance to be on a video. I had a fairly long conversation with somebody else about this, about how these viral moments, these mega viral moments, these like I like corn sort of moment, these like I like corn sort of moments, or these demure moments, they're almost never developed with any sort of strategy. I feel like they're always coming from semi-relatable sources. Counsel Bray, what are your thoughts?
What is a Hawk Tuah?
A Hawk Tuah is a technique wherein one utilizes phlegm up from the parts of their throat that are sort of in the middle, and they use that to develop a mucousy spit on a penis, and then give a blowjob.
For the record, before I begin here, Hawk Tuah Girl is hot.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I think that is essential towards her sort of...
Have we seen her do the Hawk Tuah?
I do not believe so. Her not starting an OnlyFans has been a severe missed opportunity financially for her.
Hawk Tuah.
You gotta put like an emphasis on it, like
God.
tuh. You know, like really. Yeah. Say it. All right, all together.
Hawk Tuah.
Hawk tuh.
This is stupid.
Tuah.
Say it
But-
aggressive. Like
We can't blame her for this. The world put her on a pedestal for this exact thing. I guess some may say it would have been smart for her to immediately start an OnlyFans and start Hawk Tuahing, but maybe she just chose a different strategy. She could have cashed in very quickly, but she chose not to and instead tried to go the more traditional I'm an influencer route. Counsel Barrett?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think we're all being a little nice. It is cringe. It's awful, but it's kind of not her fault. Like, she was just on a street. Someone did a little street interview with her. It went crazy. She capitalized. You can't blame her for that. Is she prepared to be doing, all of this media and everything? No, she's not. She's just being thrust into this thing. And then she has people like Whitney Cummings who know what they're doing to kind of carry the podcast. Because she's not Howard Stern. She's not Piers Morgan. Like, she doesn't know how to do this. So, like, yeah, you want to give her a little bit of credence because she seems like a nice girl. But is it cringe? Yeah, it's awful. She doesn't have anything to say.
I agree. It is cringe in the sense that she's not bringing anything to the table, for sure.
Side note, as I'm sure we've all thought, like, literally nobody knows the guy's name who did the interview with her. Nobody's watching other things from him. I feel bad for that guy. Like, he blew her up, and it's like, well, what about me?
Yeah,
like,
I don't know that guy. I mean, that one clip went nuts.
Yeah.
But, it's tough to carry that on. Like, okay, so you introduced the world to Hawk Tuah. So he will forever be known as the guy who introduced the world to Hawk Tuah Girl.
He won't be known. Like,
he won't be known at all. Yeah. Well, that fucking sucks for him. Boo.
Yeah.
I mean, what a talk to a watch parties. So what we've got people watching it. Go ahead and play the clip, Bailiff. I think people hate Haley Welch because they're inherently jealous of her.
yeah.
I feel like, honestly, I'm jealous of her. I want to have the third most popular podcast through fucking...
I certainly don't hate her, but I
nowhere.
think to Kat's point, it's like, it's that very relatable thing. You're like, oh, I could do this. Like, the biggest YouTubers, they don't necessarily have the most talent, but they have that relatability to them. They're like, oh, this guy could be my friend. I could do this, et cetera, et cetera.
You do it. Hawk Tuah.
You gotta put like an emphasis on it, like tuh.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost so... This is interesting because what we have is a bunch of guys watching her, exaggeratedly laughing at it. But now we're entering like a post-ironic marketing thing, is that just by posting how much you hate her, you are doing a great job at promoting her, at like sub-ironically doing it, and you can't buy this kind of publicity. That's got 989,000 likes for people just watching her say Hawk Tuah.
If you play something, if you're out there enough, you will eventually grow on people.
Yeah, and I think what she's doing is she's growing on people because for all the hate that's being shoved at her, at the end of the day, she's an above average attractiveness level white girl who said something dirty. And we all know how well that usually works pretty well for people publicity wise. Jury, do we have any comments or questions?
I just have one quick question. It seems like we're all kind of ripping on her for not having any skills, but does the Call Her Daddy girl have any more skills than her?
No, actually, the Call Her Daddy girl sucks and stole a video from me without crediting me. So I will say straight up, Call Her Daddy is not funny, good, or interesting. So no, it's actually the same thing. Attractive white girls with mid-level talent can just blow up on just about anything. Anyways,
that girl has more to say. She knows how to keep a conversation going. She's been doing it for a little bit longer. He's biased.
I'm biased because she steals content on her Instagram, which is, we'll go over that some other day, but that is very cringe. Stealing content with no credit at all is garbage.
But they're not in the same league.
They're not in the same league. I will say that the girl that you're referencing is a more engaging podcast personality, but at the end of the day, they're both relatively talentless, more, attractive white girls who just kill on that alone. Cam, do we have any questions, concerns, or comments?
Cringe, no. Interesting, also no.
Well, the thing is that not being interesting isn't necessarily, cringe or not cringe. At the end of the day, I think we're all sort of in agreement here. She was thrust into fame by no choice of her own. She's relatable because her talent level is negligible. People raging on her are actually just feeding the machine, and her natural personality will grow on people. I do think this has longevity. I think when you start this big, you're eventually going to fall down, right? She's going to have a big denouement. But when she plateaus, when this all ends for her, she will still have more than me. You know what I mean? Like, she'll still be fine, which is honestly respectable. If you're going to get your 15 minutes of fame, you're going to fucking roll with it. I deem Hawk Tuah Girl not cringe.
Whoa.
That's right.
Yeah, there's worse people for this to happen to. She seems like a nice girl.
Honestly, she seems like a nice girl. I can't complain. Let's go on to case number 2. Case number 2, we have an email submission from Sean, the people versus the Angel Boys. The Angel Boys are a rich couple who allegedly spend hours deciding on forks, pens, bars of soap, and etc., all costing hundreds if not thousands of pounds, which is dollars to America.
Wait. This Sean?
No.
No. This
Okay.
I thought that too.
Yeah, no, I just want to make sure we clarify that for the record.
We wonder if this is clear rage bait for those of us who can't afford to spend the entire day deciding what 800-pound bar of soap to buy. Buying a fork. Let's roll the clip, bailiff.
Come with us to get a fork, 120.
Oh, this is clearly rage
We
bait.
spent hours in the Harrods home department, perusing the forks, knives and spoons, even though we were just looking for a fork. We did see an egg full of cutlery, but thought we should hedge our
This is
bets
satire.
and take a glance at the other brands and forks. We met a lovely gentleman who was able to help
No,
us
these
describe
boys
the
are for
styles
real.
and how to always
No,
start
they're
from
not
the
fucking
inside
around.
out
These boys
when
for
eating
real.
in a formal setting. Perfect
what we're
advice
seeing is-
when we visit our friends. We decided that our original egg full of forks would be the perfect choice, and at just $2,000, it was the best. This is the one.
Stop.
You think that's real?
What we
That's-
just
Oh, that is real.
No way.
That is real.
No,
dog.
they-
That's real.
They know how they're being perceived by people because they're a little
Yeah.
bit prissy and uppity, and they probably come from.
How many
a wealthy
views does that video
family.
have, bailiff?
No, that's not real.
Do we even?
So what we just saw is ostensibly British people selecting extremely high-end luxury goods and talking about how this is just sort of a normal day. This seems to be, I'm sorry, what was that, bailiff? 80,000. So that only had 80,000 views. That wasn't really like a popular video.
Pretty niche.
Yeah, pretty niche. So their videos don't really seem to take off, but it seems like all they're doing is sort of semi-rage baiting an extremely unaffordable lifestyle. Go ahead and play this next clip,
Come
bailiff.
with us to get a coffee, £46. Each morning
I
we
love these
visit
guys.
Harrods to taste the most fabulous coffee in the world.
This is definitely a
Liam
joke.
always opts for an Americano with extra hot oat milk, and the barista always prepares my favourite, an oat milk latte, wet. We are now on a first-name basis with the barista, and she often recommends us to get a bag. We shook her hand and said yes, and decided to take a bag home. After all, Harrods
that
coffee
kind of bag.
is an award-winning blend.
So this, I mean, again, it presents these two, gender-orientated, questionably British men selecting extremely expensive coffee. To me, it is extremely clear. Oh yeah, they're touching each other's behinds here.
They're
Roll this
funny,
last
dude.
clip. They're funny.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
funny.
Yeah, I don't think. Go ahead, hit the clip, bailiff.
I think it's possible dudes like this exist.
I don't. Not in this particular
Come
case.
with us to buy a lighter, 16,000. We cleared our
Is it
You gotta
Cartier?
follow them, dude. This is
This
awesome.
is funny.
included caviar tasting and coffee
It's
with
a Cartier
friends
lighter.
to ensure that we could find the most perfect lighter. We have recently purchased a new candle and desperately want to light it. So we asked Dunhill.
Honestly.
I
I think-
Lighter.
So what we're watching
72
is
lighters later,
ridiculous
we found the perfect
British
one.
people.
I think this
I
is
think this is
genius.
funny.
Yeah.
Dude. This is
Honestly, I don't really know if this is much up for debate. I appreciate Sean, not the one in the court, for sending this in. The people versus the Angel Boys. This is clearly comedy content.
Yeah, but nowadays, I don't know if I'm just sound like an old person, but like a lot of the subtleties, especially on the internet, like people just take at face value, and they probably can't see how like dry their humor is and all of that.
Oh yeah, I think.
But these guys are
I
funny as
think
hell,
if you
man. I
don't see
follow
the
them.
joke here, you're a dumb
Yeah,
idiot.
yeah.
Counsel Bray, does anybody have any disagreement on the Angel Boys?
I think they're cool.
Yeah, I think
You
they're cool.
you thought it was real.
I think they're cool. If they see this and they want to hang out, I'm down to hang out.
All right,
man.
cool.
They seem cool.
Angel Boys, if you want to come on to Cringe Court, I don't really think there's much of a debate. Jury, Kat, anything to say? The Angel Boys are clearly a satire account. To anybody with a brain, they're clearly playing characters. There's no way they would want to rub this guy. People who really buy this shit do not make posh TikToks and like intentionally make themselves look goofy while doing it. I love them. I think this is funny as fuck. In The People versus the Angel Boys, I find them not cringe.
I'm gonna follow them. Yeah, they're funny.
We're
as
gonna
hell,
follow
dude.
them. That's fine.
Yeah, that's a class ass.
I like that.
All right, cool. Next up, we've got attending a fake baby convention. What the hell is this? What are we even about to see here?
You never been to one of these?
So it says we stayed at a hotel that had a baby convention. They were all fake babies. Oh my God, that's very interesting. So it's dolls. They were all fake babies. Okay.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
This
Oh man.
is this cringe. So these women are sort of treating they're buying cribs for the babies, they're holding them. They're all fake, they're all dolls. It seems to be a convention to talk about probably dressing and decorating them. And some of these women seem to be holding them just very legit like they're kids, which is fair. I think that there is a tragedy here. They're all in a hotel lobby sort of talking to each other and brushing the hair of the fake baby. And it appears to be a conference about this kind of thing. So, Councilor Bray, what are your initial thoughts on this?
Oh, man. Oh, this is a lot to unpack here, Your Honor.
This is a lot to unpack.
I got to tell you,
What are your thoughts?
I think that I'm going to let you go around the circle and come back to me.
All right,
Thank you.
Councilor
All right.
Barrett, what are your thoughts on bringing fake babies to a convention?
Listen, this might be another one of those things I say where you guys have to cut it out. It's interesting to me that everyone here is, except for maybe one person, is obese. Listen, it is what it is, guys.
No, you know what? I'll back him.
If you're not, healthy physically, you're not always healthy mentally. I'm not hating on larger people. Some call them fat. I obviously don't. But like, I think there's some kind of a connection here. It's very odd. It's obviously mental illness of some sort. They find their group. That's cool. It's absolutely insane. And I don't know what to think about this.
Yeah, it's very
crazy.
interesting.
Yeah.
It's very crazy. Evan, do you have any concepts or concerns?
Imagine a horror movie where this is like the premise. Like they all come to like a convention, but like maybe one of them's haunted or something.
This would be a great
I'm not
A24
sure.
movie.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
There's something so unsettling about that. It's like a good opening sequence.
It's very
for a
unsettling.
really-
Council Kat, what are your thoughts on a fake baby convention?
Oh man, I think it's weird. I think it's a little cringe, but I think it's sad. I think for most of these people, what it actually is like a grief convention.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which is
Correct.
sad.
Which is sad. I believe that Council Barrett's point of all these women having certain physical characteristics shared, which is that they appear to be mostly conventionally not as attractive as maybe other people, may play some sort of role into loneliness. They're trying to cope with their loneliness by treating fake babies as real, which is honestly very sad. Now, that doesn't make it not cringe, though. It's kind of a question, like if you were a family member, if a family member of mine was treating a fake baby like a real one due to some grief, the question is how long should they before it becomes toxic, before they start, right? Like,
true.
Like if my
2
sister
years.
lost a kid, yeah, like when I would say I'm leaning on a not cringe conviction because like we don't know what these women are going through.
I think a common tie through a lot of these episodes is a lot of people not necessarily dealing with their trauma or mental illnesses and then putting it into these things, which it makes it hard to judge.
Oh, yeah.
Because as some people here know, they come after you for their own issues that have
Correct.
nothing to do with you.
That's correct. This is a very touchy subject. We don't know if we can come down on a cringe conviction. Jury, what do we think?
I just have a question. Would we consider women that were pleasantly plump that had cats cringe in a similar situation?
No, absolutely not.
No.
And to be fair, like I'm not hating on obese people, or some people become fat again. I don't. It has nothing to do with that. It's the fake baby over the cat more than anything. Different thing.
Yeah, I do wonder if this behavior should or
Shout
should
out
not
Big
be
Al.
encouraged.
Do we feel different knowing that this could be something that people use, like Kat said, for grief and dealing with
To
loss?
a point, yeah, let's, you gotta put an expiry on that and maybe go to a therapist or, a psychologist or something. Because I think the problem with this is you do find a community and you're like, oh, these people think the same thing as me, but it's kind of unhealthy. But then you get stuck in that and everyone's kind of, feeding the beast of this weird thing. But maybe we're missing something. We don't know. Because I probably wouldn't rate a furry convention as cringe.
I mean, at the end of the day, even though this is extremely weird, we don't know what these folks are going through. At the end of the day, they're not harassing any strangers. I would be very worried if a friend of mine started going to fake baby conventions. But at the end of the day, I don't know if this constitutes a verdict of cringe. We're being very gentle this episode. We're being extremely gentle with people. But at the end of the day, we simply... I'm gonna judge based on insufficient evidence. Insufficient evidence. This is not cringe. We would need to know more about the motivations of these ladies and what they're doing with the dolls. But based on this video alone, there's insufficient evidence. I judge in the people versus a fake baby convention. I judge not cringe. All right, cool. Let's move on. We got an email submission from Ryan. We've got the people versus a vow renewal gone wrong. Let's just see what this is going to happen. Hit it. Hit the clip, bailiff. So
No.
He's about to.
We talked about this for real. Please don't do it.
I'm not.
Okay. 2, 1, let's go. Yeah. Oh my, dude.
He puts cake on her face.
I asked for one thing. All of my friends are here, and they're filming us. And
It's like what we did on the wedding night.
It was one thing. I was mad then too. That's not funny.
I thought that was fun.
No, it's not a joke. Jokes are supposed to be funny. No one found that funny.
So now a woman is putting more cake.
That "Are you serious?" was very contrived. I'm gonna call scripted. This is fake.
We've literally all been around longer than you.
You guys just took this way.
Bailiff, this looks like garbage.
This is totally scripted.
How many views does this have, Bailiff?
And not a vow renewal. That was disgusting.
773,000.
1 minute, 2 seconds.
1 minute, 2 seconds. They monetized it. Let's take a look at the account.
We can just settle this right here. You can have your cake and eat it. Oh my god.
Are you serious right now? Over cake?
Don't touch this. I'm selling it.
She's selling it. Wasn't hers. That was improv. She went off the script and she ruined the storyline.
Got it. So what we have is a scripted scene where a woman sort of pretends like her vow renewal went wrong. He shoves cake in her face. They pretend to have a fight, and then the ring gets thrown. According to the so let's just take a look at the rest of the account. My guess is it's just littered with similar staged sort of garbage. It doesn't appear to be the case. It appears to be a lot of, I guess, get ready with me's.
They were hungry for another viral video.
They were hungry for
probably
a
started
viral
this
video.
whole thing up. Oh, it's this girl's thing. That's the one who said she was going to sell the ring. That makes sense for her to take the hero moment at the end.
These nail rings are a no from me. I was so delulu thinking that I would actually wear these out. I'm just going to be messing with them all night. No, this Tighten and Lift neck cream. Yes, I'm self-conscious
Let's
about
see
the
the
lines on my
caption.
neck, and I really do feel like I've been able to see an improvement.
Is this
This
an
turmeric
ad?
clay mask? No, I feel like it really doesn't do anything for
God
me. and it's
damn
also
it,
just a
boob
pain to take
inserts.
off. These deodorizing pills to help you with fresher breath, fresher
Get the
underarms,
bag.
fresher private areas. Yes.
Oh, it's
these
an
little
ad.
travel
This is an ad.
This is-
Okay, got
she's
it.
so contrived.
So this woman is so basically after we reviewed a secondary video, this woman is definitely on the take for a product. She's selling products. She's 100% on the take for staging this scene.
Here's some more.
So it seems okay. Go ahead. There's more vow renewal explanation.
It has to do with her setting clear boundaries and
Oh, now,
This is cringe. Okay,
she's starting with the boundaries because she knows she's speaking to a specific crowd.
Shove the cake in her face because it was
Oh, come on. No, this is rage bait, and she knows she's rallying up the people who she knows will get behind her. Yeah, no.
So Evan, what do you think about this? Now I see a clear case of rage bait. What's your concern?
Looks like she's about to go to Ren Fair.
I am a little wait.
You're a little confused on the intention.
Yeah, I'm
The intention
confused
is
by
to sell
her.
products.
So she's just trying to sell products.
Correct.
And this was all
Correct.
scripted. And do the people in the comments believe it's scripted?
They all believe it's real.
They all believe it's real. Yeah, cringe. Very cringe. Now, I have a question. Now this is just for my own purpose and separate from her. What is wrong with rage bait?
So rage bait. So in my opinion, rage bait. There are different degrees of rage bait. Okay, first degree rage bait is something done absolutely with intention to bait comments. You know, by saying something intentionally inflammatory, bigoted things about race, things that are misogynistic or misandric, like things that will definitely bring people in that you don't believe. That is a first degree rage bait. A second degree rage bait happens when you are baiting for comments, but maybe the thing you did that baited the comments wasn't directly intentional, right? And we use that for context clues, like the fact that this woman made the video, the fact that she's doing multiple videos about it, the fact that she's selling product. What she did is she said, I can sell more of this product if I just make up a scenario. I'm not a good writer. I'm not that great an actor, but I'm going to contrive a scenario to drive views up through rage baiting. Rage baiting is cringy because it encourages a world where lying is okay as long as you're making money. And the fact that she's making sort of a series about this.
Not even necessarily just money. Attention
as well. That's correct. If you stand to gain by lying, then you technically are leaning into rage bait.
Well, what if hypothetically she said, this is the greatest product of all time? And knowing that it wasn't.
That's fine.
That's
fine.
rage bait,
That's not
right?
rage bait.
No.
What would be rage
You're not
bait
hiding your
is
intentions in that.
Okay.
Correct. What would be rage bait is my husband divorced me because I wanted to buy this product and he just hit me and now I'm crying about it. Does that make sense? You have contrived a scenario that people will go for. And people have literally done almost that exact video before.
I see.
Where they fake a situation of abuse or violence or mistreatment, and then they milk that for cash.
Yep.
Kat, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, if the crime is if the crime is rage baiting, then cringe, then she's guilty. But I can't help but feel a little bit impressed that she was able to come up with this scheme. I think I'm a little bit impressed because this whole scenario, like this whole engagement, this cake scenario has been discussed on TikTok a lot. She already knows that this is going to be something that farms engagement, but she was able to turn into selling these TikTok products, which is I think is fascinating. And I think it's kind of harmless, honestly. If this was like an abuse case.
I don't think it's harmless because her audience is believing all of this and she's thinking that she is this virtuous person who does no wrong. If it came out that it was fake and she owned it, sure, but she's going off of this 8 million view video and now she's selling things.
Are there people in the comments who are trying to call her out for it?
I don't think so.
Is it her fault that her audience
whole audience is really dumb and I would love for them to
Is it her fault? Kat's point is it her fault that the audience is a bunch of fucking idiots?
Give the people what they want. This is the first rule of content creation. Give them what they want. Look, they're lapping it up. They love it.
Yeah,
this is giving them something to live for. Look at this.
Well, maybe, not everyone is on this earth for the same amount of time,
I feel like if this were a one-off video, if she just did the one fictional video, I don't think we'd come down to a verdict of cringe. But utilizing a fake scenario is not something that should be encouraged. For instance, okay, if staging a scene is fine, I used this example earlier. If staging a scene is fine, what's to stop people from lying about illnesses or death? Like, it's all the same. It's all the same. This was supposed to be me visiting my grandma for routine checkup, but she died in front of me. And the grandma's like, please use this nail polish. And then she fucking dies. And then in the next video, she's like, my grandma used this nail polish before she died. Everyone's asking me which one it was. It's available on TikTok Shop. Like, where I just feel like we got to draw the line. And we are fine with stage scenes in a vacuum. But once you convert this into a virtuous, she didn't set boundaries. When you actually try to institute philosophy behind it at the same time as you're selling products, this is a devious, talentless person. Go ahead, Council Bray.
I got to say it.
She's hot. Now you don't give a shit. You fucking so predictable.
Your Honor, she is hot.
God damn.
Number two.
No, she's got a total. No.
Relax.
What do you have to say?
I'm going to get to the legal shit.
She's a certified Karen.
It's isolated. Her product placement is isolated. I believe, Your Honor, at most, you have an enticement charge.
That's fair.
This is still a rage.
I'm sorry. I just don't. I don't see her.
It could be a misdemeanor.
She's so hot. She's not blinding me. I must look at you, Your Honor.
We cannot keep using "she's so hot" as a defense against the charge of cringe.
She is not lying to you and selling you stuff at the same time.
She absolutely is.
100%
She's using
lying.
lies to bring you to the ad.
This is order.
It sounds like Diddy's lawyer.
Shut up.
Here, yeah.
I'm sorry.
I understand you're playing devil's advocate here, but not this time, Counsel Bray. I'm going to hold you in contempt of court if you try to say that it's okay because she's hot.
I didn't say that it was okay that she was hot. I was just referencing the fact that she is hot, and I'm not giving her any better chance at stuff because she's hot.
You were 100% trying to reduce her charge, counsel Bray's impulses towards this woman. I believe that in a vacuum, doing a stupid cringe scene is fine. Once you start pretending it really happened and start to virtue signal in separate follow-up videos selling products in each one, you have now contributed to the degradation of society. This is 100% cringe. 100% cringe. Fake vow proposal go wrong. Kayla, you are cringe. I declare a verdict of cringe.
Yep.
I sentence you to not post anymore. You suck at posting and you lie to your audience, even though Counsel Bray thinks you're attractive.
We will take this to an appellate court.
He thinks
it is
she
not
doesn't
over.
know it. Oh, I knew
Of course
it. Okay,
she doesn't know
I
it.
knew it because of the outfits they were wearing. I was wondering because like the outfit was like very booby and
$50 a month.
Got it. So guys, she's willing to lie to you and this woman. Look, I gotta admire the hustle.
Hit that more info. What's she selling?
She's selling pics of her body.
But
We're
want the
never going to
specifics.
knock the hustle. But, what was that?
I want the specifics.
Okay, got it. Well, of course, this woman is selling a spicy site.
Brad
$50 a month. That's
She's
crazy.
just selling everything, and that's fine, but that doesn't mean she's not cringe. We have made a verdict. There are other ways to do this that don't involve lying about bullshit. So congratulations, you're cringe. Next up on our next fucking docket, we've got Chinese people doing blackface to sell sneakers.
Wow.
Oh,
This one.
As a Chinese person, this is gonna be tough.
Oh, here we
Sit
go. Let's go.
C54. Just follow me. Let me share for you next one.
She's showing
Thank
shoes.
You everyone. Stay here with me.
We don't see a
honey,
face.
If you like it, you can take screenshots. They are very good.
Don't we
not-
see
Yeah, we do. We see a face.
Oh, is that a mask?
I think that's one of those masks. Yeah.
A man is wearing a black man's mask to sell sneakers.
Follow me.
It's that Kanye West mask? Is that what that is? Yeah, it's
So a
Kanye
man is
mask.
selling a Are there any other examples of this? So what we have is we have a woman who is trying to sell sneakers,
Fake
and a man
sneakers.
fake sneakers, and there's a man in a Kanye West mask behind her to sell fake Jordans. Now, is this blackface?
Well, Kanye's not getting a
This is
goddamn
he's
dollar off of this.
cosplaying.
I mean, it's a cosplay. It's a mask. It's not really unless
staying
we
out of
see
this
more
one.
examples. I'm not 100% sure this truly constitutes as blackface. Can we look through some of the comments right there? I think it's weird and not cool. But is there intention to be racist? Is the big question. Like,
Are you paying tribute or are you being racist? Yeah, I don't know.
no, well,
Like, people love Kanye West.
I think people could argue that they think Chinese people think that black people like shoes. So if you put on a Kanye mask,
Yeah.
and then you can sell more shoes. But it's like it's a very nuanced thing, which I don't think Chinese people understand because in China they don't have a lot of black people
They
in
don't have-
China.
yeah,
There's
they
none
don't
of that
have
history there. And it's a mask. It's not. I don't think the mask is technically blackface.
Montclair beanie.
it's a little just racist to assume that since a
Asians
guy in a-
applying to Harvard in 2020.
It's at least in America societally, I would say this is not okay. But I think we have to
we have to account
maybe
for the
look at
cultural-
other cultures we don't know anything about. I'm staying away from this one for the most part. Yeah. It's not like when we were talking about earlier. It's not like when that Asian girl did the Kobe Bryant blackface makeup,
Yeah.
which did a great job on, but like shouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
I think we're entering into some dangerous territory here on Cringe Court.
Yeah, that's the one.
That maybe
Should be.
we shouldn't. Oh, that is some extraordinary makeup.
Yo, this is not okay, but that looks like Kobe Bryant.
She's also Chinese. I think I mean, she's Chinese.
She's just showing off how skilled. I don't know. She's trying to show off how good a makeup artist she is.
It's different than like Jimmy Kimmel doing what did he used to do? A post
Mailman.
Carl Malone, which people probably don't know about anymore, but
Oh yeah, people don't talk about that.
What
very
is it?
much.
I didn't.
Jimmy Kimmel doing black.
Carl Malone on the Man Show.
Yeah.
Carl Malone said that thing.
Who's Carl Malone? Is that
Famous basketball
NBA
player.
Google that
years ago.
Let's
A
see,
legend in the game.
let's see an example of someone doing more sort of traditional American blackface.
Oh my God.
You know, like
no, it's fair.
I think
I heard that out loud before. Y'all got to get YouTube Premium.
Let's take a look at this example. So more traditional.
Yeah, there he is.
Oh, 117. There it is. YouTube.
Oh.
Hit it.
So this is when Americans do it.
Oh shit! I can't believe we're watching this right now.
Okay.
As Carl
Oh, wow.
Malone get older, you start thinking
That's
about
tough.
things like dropping down dead. People always asking Carl Malone, is there life after death?
Huh.
Well, Carl Malone don't know. Some folk believe you're going to heaven or to hell.
What we're watching
Carl Malone would prefer heaven, that's for
is
dang sure.
Jimmy Kimmel
But other folk think
in
dead dude come back to earth in different shape. And
makeup.
that there's called reincarnation.
makes him look
Now,
like a black man.
My whole thing is this. If there do have such a thing as retardation,
Not just any black
Carl
man,
Malone
a
don't want me
basketball
coming
player.
back to earth as no chicken.
Okay,
Chicken
I think we
got
can
a
stop the
dang
clip.
dick.
So we get it. So we've seen an example of Chinese blackface versus American blackface. This is a tough one, guys.
Tough one for all these white people to be talking about. Yeah, I don't know.
Not
dude.
sure we can really make a declaration.
I mean,
on this
Jimmy
one.
Kimmel is definitely as declared it as cringe. He wants that nothing to do with it. This is also not to make it right or wrong or whatever, but this was like 20 years ago, and there was no outcry when he was doing that 20 years ago. Not that that's okay or not, but like times do change and the culture shifts around them change. Again, not
Go ahead.
devil's advocate.
Council Bright.
Just for a little bit of reference, some of these sneakers, like we got a pair of Bread 4s here, a pair of Jordan Retro 4 Breads. The pair that they held before, I'm not too certain in regards. It's a retro one, but I'm not even sure what is it?
It's the Spider-Man Jordan 1.
That's a Spider-Man Jordan 1. See, I'm not even up on the sneaker stuff no more, but these are definitely fake sneakers.
Yeah.
Right, like in the bottom there, they got the Grinches, they got some, the off-white stuff going. So these guys are running a big, fake sneaker scam.
God, I feel
which
like,
in itself is like crime.
I feel like when we
And no, China has different copyright laws, so.
No, but if you like bring it here, it's like a crime.
I feel like I don't think it's something we want to encourage. It's tough for me to pass judgment on somebody who's not of my same cultural background, but we don't want to encourage this and say like,
So
hey,
what Diddy did was okay?
What?
No, he's different cultural background. That's your argument, right, Judge? I'm just a lawyer here. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
What Diddy did was a crime in America.
But he was in a different cultural background. Is that not what you said?
I do think Diddy was raised in America. He's technically from a more similar cultural
But
background.
we're talking about blackface stuff here.
Well,
so I just figured.
I haven't passed my judgment yet.
Oh,
okay. I'm trying to
just playing devil's advocate.
I'm trying to give a nuanced. Sean's such a dickhead. I'm trying to play devil's advocate here always. I do get it. What you're. Oh yeah, you got a good fucking point.
Just a lawyer.
I think that it's still cringy because we don't want to sort of encourage any sort of
cringe,
fucking behavior where by plugging in a dude in a black mask you should sell more sneakers. Like
it's misguided at the very least. It's misguided at the very height. It's very racist.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we've all got the internet. We all know that this is not cool anymore. I'm going to judge
anymore
at all.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure.
Oh boy. It's not cool. It's not cool.
He doesn't think it's cool at all.
I don't think it's cool at all.
I'm just
for the
messing
record.
with him. Yes.
So we are going to judge using a cheap black mask to sell knockoff sneakers. To the best of my knowledge, is cringe. You shouldn't do it at all. Please don't do that. Up next, we've got a voicemail about Costco Chicken Guy. So let's take a look at this voicemail. Let's listen. Let's hear what this is.
Hi, Judge Podray. This is Alien Thick. I just was seeing some videos in my feed of that guy who goes to Costco and demands that the worker scan his barcode on his shirt instead of the chickens. I'm not really sure if it's cringe or not, or if it's kind of funny, but sometimes it just seems like a little too much to me personally for that poor worker at Costco to just deal with this man shouting at them. If you could look into the matter, I'd really appreciate it. Love the show. Think you guys do a great job. Glad to have you in my feed every day. Appreciate you. I love you. Okay, bye.
Well, that's very nice of you. What was the name of the voicemail? The person who's in the voicemail?
Alien's dick, I believe.
God damn it.
We like alien dicks here.
Thanks so much for your submission, Aliens Dick. We're going to review the video and see what we think.
You know who I am. I don't want any trouble. I got 5 chickens. I don't want any LED on them. None. Scan my shirt 5 times, buddy. 5 times.
This is stupid. We've got an
Why is the
elderly
camera behind
man.
the
Yeah, I feel like
counter?
it's scripted. I feel like
yeah,
because
obviously.
yeah.
You don't want the LED on your chicken, but it's okay on your body. You don't want the thing to scan the chicken that's going to go into your body. That's way worse.
Yeah.
Also, that guy looks like me in 30 years.
So there's an old man who's essentially demanding that the Costco employee scan his shirt instead of the chicken. He's claiming he doesn't want the...
Okay, hold on. I got one. There you go. I don't want to charge it on this card. I want to put it on this card. Scan it.
I think he's a TikToker.
Scan it.
Oh, so we've got an employee who's saying, I think he's a TikToker. I wonder what cued him off. Maybe it was the cameraman by his goddamn shoulder. Oh, so stupid.
Totally harmless. Oh, who cares?
So this is fairly harmless, but at the end of the day, it's still harassing an employee at work, which is almost always cringe. Now his account is called Old Jewish Man, which I guess makes sense. But Bailiff, could you see if more of his content revolves around harassing Costco employees?
I have some tea about, not tea, but
Oh,
you know what? You know what happened earlier today, a couple hours before we started filming, is he DM'd me.
This guy DM'd you a couple hours ago?
Yeah, I have it here. He DM'd me and he just said, do you live in New York? That's all. But it was like today.
He's trying to line up a collab because it makes sense because you...
That does make
You
that
are the
does make sense.
Costco
Show the
ho.
camera.
Show the camera. Old Jewish man, we're
And I
on
answered
to
him.
you.
I was like, we should collab.
No, you should.
No, you should.
This is relatively harmless.
It's dumb. It's dumb. It's relatively harmless. It seems like a big staged scene.
Yeah.
I don't think. I think him wasting the time. Keep hot dogs $1.50. So in this video, he's holding up a sign saying "Keep hot dogs $1.50." It's got 455,000 likes, and it seems like he's not really directly getting in anyone's way, but he's making a goofy video about the price. I don't know. This seems relatively harmless. It's not the worst thing we've seen on this show. He's selling merch, which is silly.
What?
Yeah, he's selling merch.
What? Go down. I gotta see this fucking merch.
He got banned from Costco, though. Did you see that?
He got banned from Costco?
Well, apparently, because there is a video where he shows a letter that says, like, your ban from Costco is expired. So after 3 months, they let him back.
Oh, so after 3 months, they let him in. So they punished him.
Yeah,
Well,
but I don't know if that's real.
Okay. See, that's the thing is you never know if this shit is real.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, it appears that this is relatively harmless. If his entire gimmick is going to Costco and just being a bit of a nuisance, he's no more different than, say, the Costco guys or the woman who used to be called Costco Kat. So
He's no worse than your average, unhinged Costco customer.
And honestly, I think it's kind of funny.
Yeah, I know.
You know, I got no problem with him. Counts 11. What do we think?
Yeah,
He's
no
harmless.
problem. Not a bad person.
Harmless. So if you want to go into Costco and just basically be a little bit of a nuisance, as long as you're not directly filming strangers and involving them in your chaos, I think it's relatively easy.
Yeah, he showed no faces.
Yeah, all right, cool. Jury, any questions or concerns or comments?
Yeah, I would say this guy's actually not cringe at all because they had the chickens in a bag, the rotisserie chickens, and he got them back into the little tin. So thanks for that, dude.
Yeah, okay. What, he did that?
Yeah, he screamed at them long enough, and then they changed it back.
I don't know if that was about him, but maybe you're right. Okay, cool.
He claims credit.
Next on the docket, we have a fast food worker who allegedly turns down $100,000 from an influencer at the drive-thru. Let's take a look at the clip.
Would you quit your job right now for $100,000 cash? I'm serious. I'm not joking. This is literally what I do, bro.
So this man is holding a giant wad of
This
cash.
is what
You're
he
not gonna
does.
quit. There's only 3 people
Get outta
working
here.
today. Bro, it's $100,000, man. You can get another job whenever you want, but you gotta literally quit.
So he's taunting the guy.
What if you quit and you just gave them a few grand or something?
Oh, man.
I don't know if you think this is a joke. This is legit real money. You made this yesterday on the Nuggets and Timberwolves game. I just want to give
Oh
out.
my God, it's an ad.
And after a few
I
more
made this
minutes
on the
of trying
Nuggets.
to convince him to quit, he just hands me my water cup and walks away.
And this guy only
Last
ordered
offer.
a guy who was
I can't believe my eyes right now. He says he didn't want the coworkers to suffer. What? Bro, just give him like 10, 20 grand.
Are you
They
sure
won't
this
be
is
suffering.
real?
No, it's not real. A guy who's allegedly giving away 100 grand is only getting the water in the drive-thru.
I made 100K just
This is a goddamn ad for a gambling thing.
Oh, he's saying he won it from the site. right? Oh, okay.
Yes. So what we have here is we have a vlogger. What we have here is a vlogger reacting, and he's saying, "Mom and Dad, if you see this, major props for you." The guy's saying, "Would you quit right now for $100,000 cash?" He says, "No." Now this is the same clip we saw earlier. Oh, there's only 3 people working away, and now so what we have here is we have the manager of the restaurant presenting him with a check for 20 grand for not taking the money. So that's the same actor. So not only do we have a video, we have an influencer who made 2 videos at once. What video A, he goes up to a fast food employee and offers him 100 grand. The fast food employee says, "I don't want your help." And the influencer says, "Oh, no problem. I made this money off a gambling website." The secondary video is the same clip, but has the manager of the restaurant come out and say, "Since you were kind and didn't abandon your coworkers, we're going to give you 20 grand. This, in my opinion, represents an egregious breach of confidence in the audience, because on both cases, they're lying. On video A, that's clearly his buddy, right? With clearly fake money. If you look at the fake money, if you look at the money he's got, it's wrapped in the exact same it's wrapped in the exact same papers that Amazon uses to sell it. It's literally the first. Is that it?
Here's another one. Wait, here, catch one.
Let's pull up that clip again. Woo!
There you go.
Let's pull up that clip again. When you go to Amazon.com and you buy money, this is what it looks like. Okay, it is a yellowish tint that is the exact same as what we're seeing in this video. So this dickhead is using.
Wait.
What's up?
Look at the sides of those bills, though. Those are all much more green than these ones.
You can buy them.
Lighting. I mean, at the end of the day, I think lighting, they're crumpled a bit. I'm not saying like lighting can play a strong role. He's probably used these a bunch of times in a bunch of videos, so they've organically become crumpled up over time. But the bottom line is nobody's going to risk 100 G's to a goddamn fast food employee. And then the problem is people like this because they always think this could happen to me. This could happen to me. This can't happen to you. Now, as a skit, as a one-off, this is dumb, right? But whatever, we're okay with fake videos. But now you're trying to advertise a fucking gambling site? Evan, what's your take?
Cringe.
Big
old fat cringe.
Got it.
I got a take, because this video popped off,
This
right?
video did pop off.
And this is clearly an El Pollo Loco, because we see the next video.
Yep.
Right? So El Pollo Loco is capitalizing off of that, acting like they're giving this person $20,000, because in the real world, a $20,000 commercial is very cheap, and you already have built-in engagement. So El Pollo Loco is acting like they're good people because they're giving this man $20,000 for doing the right thing. They don't actually care about this guy. They don't know him from a box of fruit on the highway, right?
Correct.
So they're doing this only to serve as a commercial for their food, so they can be like, "Oh, we're good people, come eat here."
I feel like that is very accurate. I feel like this is all smoke and mirrors. This kid has integrity. Dana White rewards El Pollo
And now it's a
Loco employee
UFC
for rejecting 100K. So
And he didn't have to spend $20K.
This is all a fucking commercial grab to play on your dumb emotions, because when you watch this, you're like, "Oh, I hope it happens to me." Meanwhile, Dana White was impressed. It's fake. It's all fake. And it's very fucking stupid. Counsel Bray, what are your thoughts?
I hate all of this.
Yeah.
I want it all gone.
Who staged this? Where's the source?
I believe this is the work. I'm not sure what the original influencer is, but when you don't care about staging videos, like, you can sort of do this stuff willy-nilly as long as you've got the help of the audience. There was a gentleman named Kyle Sheely who a couple of years ago did a similar prank where he went into a certain gas station chain and put up cardboard copies of cardboard cutouts of himself.
That was cool.
Well, the thing is, it was done with the permission of the company.
Yeah, that was still well done.
So
but
it was outed as an ad, but the problem was they pushed it too far. Is that it's one thing to pretend. That's what I mean by in a vacuum.
Yeah.
It's one thing to pretend you're doing a prank on someone and then just leave it at that. One viral video, whatever. But once you start to develop secondary narratives like a fake check for being so kind and like selling merch, like Kyle Sheely's problem is that he put the cardboard cutouts into Quick Trip or whatever it was, and then the company messaged him on one of his videos like, "Why don't we work together?"
It started real.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it was always
Oh, it was always
But the
fake.
company
I thought it
pretended
was
they
real at
didn't
the
know
beginning.
each other. Yeah, that's correct. The company pretended they didn't know each other, rolled into his comments. They're like, "Why don't we do a collab?" And he's like, "Guys, you'll never believe it. I just got a collab request." So everyone's like, "Wow, a big company wanted to work with you." So he develops merch. And he's like, "Oh, by the way, $10 of everything of this merch goes to charity." Wow, great. And then one of their vice presidents leaked in an interview. He's like, "Oh yeah, our most successful campaign was when we hired Kyle Sheely to do this thing." And it's like, whoa, you like took multiple steps to develop a false narrative. Now, look, Kyle Sheely and I are mutuals on TikTok now. Like, I don't harbor any dislike for him, but I called him out for it. I was like, the shitty part isn't necessarily the staging. The shitty part is playing these fully developed narratives that are fucked up because it was never meant to be real. The reason why people liked it is because they thought it was real. The reason why people like this is because they think it's real for a second.
I do think they actually El Pollo Loco did give him that money though.
That's correct.
That check is real, but it's a much lower cost.
Correct.
For an advertisement.
It
feels organic, which people resonate with far more.
Yes, they are and this is, there's nothing wrong with just giving a kid $20K.
No.
But developing a false narrative that he was going to get $100K, but because he didn't abandon his coworkers, we'll reward customer loyalty and shareholder value. That's basically what it feels like. It's like, yeah, you didn't take that $100K, but since you improved shareholder value, here's a lesser amount. There was never any risk for him to take the $100K. This is fucking meaningless. Anyways, Costco Kat, what are your thoughts? I'm sorry, all caps Kat, what are your thoughts?
No, it's okay. I think you're being too harsh.
I think I'm being too harsh. Go on.
No.
I think that this type of marketing, whether you like it or not, is very effective.
Got it.
Effective, yeah. I don't think we disagree on that, though.
It's very effective, and it starts a conversation. Like, people, I don't think it elicits, I don't think it's insidious. I don't think it does any harm for people to have these conversations, and it farms engagement. And I think it's good for people to talk about the integrity behind leaving your job for $100,000. I don't think there's any harm in that.
Well, I think the problem with that is that it's all under a false pretense. Because he was not going to give him $100,000.
He was never going to get the $100K.
That shit popped off, and then El Pollo Loco's like, "Oh, let's give this dummy who doesn't know left from right $20K." And I don't think this kid knows anything about what's going on, or he does. And
I think who cares whether or not he was actually going to get the $100K? I think he was in on it. I think this was a skit, right?
And skit. I think this is a skit that popped off. I don't think he's that great an actor. I think that there was no chance he was ever going to get the money because when it originally happened, it was an advertisement for a goddamn casino.
But why is it so bad that he wouldn't get the money? If everyone knew, right? We don't know, but he doesn't know, or he knows.
I'll tell you the problem is it's the secondary narrative.
Yes.
It's that if they just did the $100K and he drove off, we'd have nothing to say. We'd be like, whatever.
Yeah, I think mine and his problem is El Pollo Loco coming in, seeing that shit blew up, and now they're like, El Pollo Loco's always been, we started as a family, and it's all about the team and all of this, so we're going to give you $20,000 because you're such a great guy. That's not what it is at all. It's, hey, we don't want to buy a commercial. This thing that we did got so popular, we're going to capitalize off of this, so we're going to give this dummy here who doesn't make any money, we know he's going to take it. No offense to him, no offense to anybody who does work like that. So they're just kind of manipulating this situation, and they know exactly what they're doing. My problem with it is this fake moral high ground El Pollo Loco is taking because it's all about the team. They don't care about any of these people.
Yeah, and I think to his point, I think that the fact that it was a casino ad is fucked up. Is like, let's face it, they're gambling addicts in the world. Like, yeah, I mean, if you fall for it, you're dumb, but there's no integrity at all. They're saying, I won this by... What's the end of that ad? And we're not promoting this company at all. We think they're shitty for promoting this, but basically they're saying, the reason I got rich is by using this gambling thing, but there was never any stakes to this video. So go ahead, Council Bray.
Pause the video.
What's up?
Giving the kid who works at the fast food restaurant $100K to quit his job is cool to fucking do.
But
if it was real, yeah.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I got fucked.
You got fucked?
Speak your piece, Council.
I love you, baby. All right. We had a push for a casino.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Correct. Let's go to the end and let's see.
Then these slimy El Pollo Loco chicken vendors got in on the action to sell more chicken.
Yeah.
Those are deceitful acts.
Yeah.
That's all I want to say.
So it says, so this is called Prize Picks, which I assume is a gambling app.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Yeah, I mean, staging fake scenarios with fake money in a rented sports car to say, if you gamble like us, you'll get this, and using a fast food employee and using his place of business as your zone for a commercial.
With the freshly threaded brows, bro.
God damn it. This
he
is
was going out to be
humiliating. What's the name of this influencer?
Raz something.
It's
Raz Picks. Is this just the casino?
Raz Picks. Oh, he's doing picks. He just it's probably sports betting account.
Raz Picks, your company is doing some real garbage. You're making the world a worse place.
That's the thing. I think the cringiest part of all.
Oh, so Dana White is complicit.
I think
I
think he's a partial owner in Prize Picks.
That all makes sense.
It all makes sense. You want to
Genius.
get people addicted to gambling, and you're going to use whatever means necessary. Let us learn to gamble on our own. You know what I mean? Like, we'll come to the casino, but this is fucked. Raz buys Dana White a 2024 BMW. Great. Probably not true. Just,
no, it's a
Dana, you've already got a BMW. Let's pretend we bought it. More fucking garbage. Yeah, he's literally a billionaire. Like, why would you buy? I'm ready to come to a conclusion. Jury, do you have any questions, concerns, comments? Yeah. Despicable bullshit. Remember, doing a stage scene on a vacuum is fine. Doing it to promote gambling and developing false narratives and Pollo Loco is complicit. Raz Picks, fucking guilty of cringe.
Amen, brother.
Yeah, this one actually really pissed me off.
That did me too.
This one really pissed me off.
This one's bad. This
Like, not, I mean, come on.
It's just so perfectly subtly manipulative.
Right? Like,
they also got Dana White in
Yeah.
also got Dana White. It's
Shouts
just-
out though. That's kind of
Where do we draw the line? And to your point is like, you're like, well, if lying is okay to sell a product, where do we draw the line? And in my opinion, the line should be drawn once you start to develop double narratives around the situation. That's my opinion. Remember the Kyle Sheely situation I just discussed? I thought, you know what? You work with a company to do a fake prank in one of their stores, all well and good. But if the company then pretends to just meet you for the first time in their comments section, which launches another video, you are now like, I think that's when you push the line from marketing to cringe. Because in my opinion, we got to draw the line somewhere. Otherwise, people are just going to lie like fucking hell to us about everything. Again, I understand we may disagree, but that's what Cringe Court's for. It's for disagreement. Remember, if this was always the Brad Show, everybody would be fucking cringe. So we've learned a lot today. We sure have gotten along. We've had a great time. Allie, show us your art.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Shit.
TX2. All right, the newest member.
Hard.
All right, cool. And our final case for the day, cringe or not cringe, is waking your husband up with a mariachi band cringe. Let's roll the clip.
Best friend up with a mariachi band for his surprise birthday party.
So we have
Oh my God, he's knocked out.
a man asleep
His
and
wife planned all of this.
a mariachi band is sneaking
He's going
in.
to lose his fucking mind.
And
I'm
it looks
about
like
to lose my shit.
they're about to film him wake up.
I wish we could slow-mo that. That 2 seconds, like you're so convinced you're in the middle of a home invasion.
I was 100% in the middle of a. I
Yeah.
thought I was being assaulted. 20 of my friends were in the house.
That's it. You can probably pause it from there.
You can pause it from there. So my wife had. My wife terrified me. Terrified. Like as soon as that mariachi band started playing, I put the pillow in front of me because like I thought something was flying at my face. And I think personally, this is a very loving gesture. It combined everything I love about my wife, and she killed it. She put in tons of things I like. Look at that face. That's the face of a man having the best birthday of his life.
I watched that video 11 times.
Not cringe.
And laughed every time.
Not cringe. I love you, Hannah. We're taking 3 seconds to just dedicate
The reaction
part
was
of the show.
definitely cringe.
Yeah.
Like, because if someone was coming to my house and that happened to me,
You'd
I'd
kick
be
their
like,
ass. Backflip out of bed and fucking fight him.
yeah, dude, come on now.
All right, well, anyways, we've had a great time today. Thanks so much for coming, Cam, Drew. Y'all are killing it. TX2, how can we find you? How can we find you online?
TX2.
All caps Kat.
All caps Kat.
All right, where can we find you, Sham?
Mr. Sean Barrett.
What about you, Mr. Bray?
Faded Farming, Instagram only.
Email us cases. If you've got someone you want us to roast, or judge properly. Email us at cringecourtshow@gmail.com. Leave us a voicemail at 202-820-5258. Check us out on iTunes and Spotify. Rate and subscribe. The more powerful you make us, the better we can become. Thank you so much, and tune in next week on Cringe Court.